Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, man?
Not bad. Just woke up, lost like 5 solo games, and then got food.
Sounds like a banger.
Yeah, having a great way to start my morning. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
so you've probably seen enough of these. So let's start off with stating your current rank, and then the 3 concepts you would like to work on.
sure. So, Plat 4,
Okay.
kind of, I don't know if I'm struggling at this rank, but definitely need to improve on some concepts if I'm going to move forward at a good rate.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, three concepts that I want to improve on. I think what's really frustrating for me is that if I feel like my laning stats are pretty good generally,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a good way to play through the first 10 or 15 minutes of the game, whether I win or lose. But then, like, out of lane, it feels like I lose a lot of games that I shouldn't. And so I want to work on um, mid into late game, how to transition leads, or if I'm behind, how to play through that phase of the game. Um, Next thing would probably be, I think my laning's pretty good, but it could always improve. And when I watch other people who just like turbo stomp lane always, I'm noticing things that like I'm not doing. And so improve laning too. That would be the second thing. And then third, I really need to work on my team fighting. And I think that kind of adds into point number one, where I'm having trouble in mid and in late games. Like, where do I need to be? Do I need to, catch a wave or be at the dragon early or something like that? So,
All right. So that pretty much going to be like four concepts because the mid to late kind of like does not work with the play from behind because playing from behind is like obviously like it's not going to be consistent, right? So
right.
these are going to be our four things. So I'm going to focus on so mid and late falls off, so we're going to focus heavily on that. Playing from behind is going to be a variable depending on how the game goes.
Mm,
We will focus very much on laning because if you can get your way like very much ahead through laning, then mid late game you should just always be ready to fight. So that solves
right.
that problem. And then team fighting, we'll get to that as we see it. So we're gonna have you hop into a game, start streaming whenever you can, and then let's get into it.
All right. Let me see if I can share my screen with you and tell me if it's working.
All right.
All right.
Yep, I see it. We're good.
All right. Cool. Let's go.
Wait, what the fuck? The client has music?
What?
I'd never noticed that client had music.
Yeah, it does. I should probably turn it off, but
Dude, I turned that thing off like ages ago. What the hell? No wonder I couldn't recognize it. What the
so
fuck?
you can actually hear my audio too from the client. That's crazy.
Yeah, if it's not like a full on screen share and it's just like a window share, then yeah, I can pretty much share
Hmm.
everything from there.
Interesting.
Enjoy, dipshit. I actually can't play the game. Did he just...
Oh my god, I fucking inherently fucking clicked on my screen because I heard it pop.
So I mostly play right now Jinx and Kaisa.
Okay, okay.
Play a lot of Xayah too, but not lately. I don't think she's super good on the new patch.
I think she's great actually.
Really? I
I see
been
my
in bed,
friend
so
Lost
yeah.
played a lot, and so he's been like turbo surfing on that champion.
Nice. What's he running on it? How's he making it work? Just lethal?
Yeah, he's playing lethal, and he mainly picks it into mid range comps, and obviously he doesn't like blind it. It's usually into like champ like
Yeah,
comps that
yeah.
blind it in.
Makes sense. I'll have to give it another run then.
Yeah, this guy is running a fucking madness. 16, 3, and 5, 8, 5, and 10. Like,
Yeah, that's nice.
I was higher LP than him at one point. Now he's 1K. I'm so bad.
Mm. It's okay. You can get it back.
Yeah.
1K is a lot though.
Yeah. I'm nearing the edge of 600, so gotta put some fucking work in.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll play on main today. Maybe we won't. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I feel ya.
All right, so they pick Jin,
Pick Jin,
Renata,
Yi.
and Yi. So what do we want to feel like making here? Do we want to play Jinx or do we want to play Kaisa?
I don't mind playing Jinx into this, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Sure. Let me see your runes.
I was playing Inspiration last game because I was playing into Coglulu, but this game maybe Sorcery?
Yeah, I think Sorcerer is fine.
Okay. Let's see what else they pick.
Pick Nico? Okay, yeah, this was a lot better to pick Jinx than it was to pick fucking Kaisa. Kaisa would have gotten
Yeah.
dookied on here a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking. It's not a bad comp, I don't think, from our side.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The only thing that doesn't really fit in your comp is the Irelia, and so we're gonna hope to God she doesn't run it down. But everything else seems pretty
Yeah.
good. Okay, so what is going to be our win condition in this lane, and what is going to be our lose condition?
Honestly, with a lane like this, I'm probably fine with going even, and just getting towards later when I can team fight front to back. Lose condition would be letting Jin, Renata CC chain me to death and just getting rolled over in lane. Because
Okay.
once they get a lead, they're probably going to run away with it.
How are we going to avoid getting CC chained?
Let's see. Probably play opposite side of the Renata to avoid her handshake and the other ability that Jin has his W procs or gets his passive on. I don't want to get hit by the Renata because Jin has really good follow up, basically.
Okay, how do you want to position your lane then in terms of wave state?
Let's think. The push is getting a push is usually a good idea because then it allows them less angles to target me.
And what does Jin not really have the capability of doing under turret?
Wave clear, and also my Seraphine's pretty good at harassing under turret. So if I can get the push, that'd be pretty important, I think. All right, I'm gonna give like maybe a light leash here, so I can go to lane. See if she follows me. All right, nice.
Who are we fighting here? Why are we pathing towards that way?
Okay.
Hang away from that bush. Give the pressure until Jin uses fourth. Yep. So now that they have priority of the wave, you're just gonna let it crash in.
Okay.
Yep. Don't do too much to the wave. Just let it crash in. You're probably gonna miss that caster, but it's okay.
Just gotta let it go.
Don't trade with her because they're gonna hit level 2 here. Heal. Oh. Okay, you're gonna after they clear that creep, you're gonna ward your tri-bush. Pop a potion, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, ward your tri-bush right now. Oh.
Okay. Sucks. Shit.
So, what did we think went wrong there?
Lost the push first of all,
Mm-hmm.
and then just took a lot of aggro for free, basically.
We knew what our lose con was, right? We knew that the lose con was the handshake from Renata.
Yeah.
So when they were getting level 2, we should have learned to like ping them off, yeah? Like ping our ward off, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't ping her off probably hard enough.
It's all good. Okay, so they're basing now. Do you want to fast push this way or slow push it?
Slow push.
Okay, good. Portal ward in the river.
Okay.
Okay, we see Echo coming down towards the river, so we're going to hover towards our river side, just in case he gets into a fight. Okay, so now you know that Yeast are top side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that whenever Echo looks for his next base, that he's also going to be on the bottom, I mean, the top side.
Okay. Yeah, and he's invading right now.
We found Yi. Look at the fight, look at the fight.
I don't think I can...
Can't really do anything. No, don't move, don't move, don't move.
Yeah.
You're going to hard shove this wave now, because we know that
Okay.
Yi's bot side, and his next wave is going to come in crashing. Okay, you're going to keep pushing here. You're going to play very safe. You're going to hug the bottom side of it, but you're going to have your traps up. Yep, you can all the wave here. Oh, that. Back up. Just run, just run, just run, run. Okay. Alright, we always have to stay behind the wave, right? We now acknowledge that Renata hooked us twice, so we can no longer do that. Like, everyone gets one chance, that 2 times, not going to be the greatest. Alright, take your base here.
Yep.
Because you're not going to be able to do anything else. This is a really risky place to base. You can't base here.
Yeah, I can't, you're right.
Just pop a pot, and you're going to stay here.
Okay.
Because if they make you miss this wave, it's really, really bad.
Mm-hmm. Get the experience for this if I can. Echo says he's coming. I'll ping that I see him.
Yeah. Hug your to your bot side. Okay, now go. They see him. They saw him. You gotta go. It's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, close. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. This is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Back up, run. Don't trade autos. Just run her back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it might be
you're
fucked
dead.
here. Yeah, I think so.
This is gonna be an interesting game.
It's pretty sad. I probably should have just let the Echo, when we didn't have lethal, probably just backed up.
Yeah, probably when they like noticed him immediately when they were like just hovering toward the top side of their lane, then like that's when we had to ping off and just run back.
Yep.
Okay, here's bot side. You see the play making is going to be made up top, so we're not going to be able to play too aggressive bot lane here.
Yeah.
Let the wave settle first, don't walk up. Because Renata could obviously be in that bush to could cheese you.
True.
Okay, good. Now we can walk up. Okay, so they just come back in lane. We just saw Yi on Raptor Camp for a brief moment. He's walking towards your blue. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna back up. We're gonna go toward your blue.
Okay.
Because we can't stay in lane here, right? We can't do anything.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get knocked out.
Yep. Yep. One little ridge between the blue and the grub. Oh, we see that he's there now. All right.
Right here, or
It's fine.
okay. We can talk about that later.
Yeah,
Word
yeah.
to word.
Okay, nice. So at this point in the game, we are just never going to try to trade autos or trade anything in this lane. We're only waiting for jungle ganks when they come. Otherwise, we're just farming and just happily trying to scale up.
Okay, sounds good.
Nice, we use Guardian there. Make sure to stand behind your creeps when you're autoing.
They have 6 as well, and I don't.
Just use the zap on the cannon when you can. Oh,
Yeah,
too late.
I actually missed it. My bad.
Unluck. All good.
Gotta let that go.
Yeah. That was really almost really bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Use the rocket form to kill the backline as fast as you can. Okay, we know that he's on the top side, so we're going to look for a jungler to help us down here. So he's
Yeah.
help as we can. When they hit the turret, we're going to try to trade on them here.
I think they're backing up. They might have a reward. No, Seraphine.
Look up here. Walk to the river. Oh, you could have cut him off. It's okay. Take the plane over. Oh,
Over?
you're not
Alright, here I
serious.
go.
Ulti. Nice.
Close.
Just push in wave. Just push in wave here. He should be fine.
I don't know.
He does not look fine. This guy's
No, he
strong.
doesn't. I mean, I can't do anything for him.
Heal him? Oh, never mind. They're dead.
No.
Nah, it's not on you. Heal your Seraphine at least. Try to keep her alive. Yes.
She's out.
Okay, we see you coming down here. We can't be here. We have to run. We have to run. We just need the base.
Just recall or
or
run?
Yeah.
I think recall's fine.
Yeah. Ooh, this game is rough.
Yeah, it's rough. It's okay.
Respawn your boots and buy the pickaxe instead. Yeah, pickaxe
Okay.
and then boots. Tier 1 boots.
Boots one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you're behind like this, also, anytime past 10 minutes, you don't want to buy pots anymore because they just lose all their value. Because you're usually not going to be like heavily laning playing against that poke anymore. It's pretty much all wins.
Gotcha. So I'll skip that next time.
Yeah. And another thing is when you're behind, even in your head, just regardless, just in general, rushing your mythic is probably going to be like your greatest thing. Unless you're playing champions like Vayne or Twitch where tier
Where
2
you need
boots
tier
is,
2
like,
boots. Yeah. Got it. Okay. So they recalled
So you want to hard shot this wave.
hard shove? Okay.
Yeah. Because they just recalled maybe about like 4 seconds ago out of the lane, so. You can walk
Can
over
put
the
a word
plate
on
here.
dragon. Oh, plate? Okay.
Yeah, you can go for the plate here. No, nope, too late. He's already back.
Yeah. I was gonna stick a word on dragon. It's probably too late for that too.
So you can just water brewer, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Push in this next wave.
Okay.
Before Jin gets to touch it, because he's looking for vision, or clear vision.
I got
We're back.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is bad. He's gonna kill force auto. Heal.
Just gonna see if I could get him to come as far as he could. I can look for an ulti here.
See? Careful of the Jin ulti.
Yeah.
You can't walk up here. If he sees you, you're gonna shoot you. Okay, nice. That's gonna be, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I can't really.
Yep. You're gonna have to back up here. There's nothing else you can do.
Yeah, ulti was my only angle, I think.
Go to mid lane here instead of going to bot lane because you can't 2v1, right? So it's just better if you go
No.
farm resources mid.
Yep.
You think I'm crazy? You should see my sister.
Okay, after this, you're gonna hard push this next wave while your bot turret goes down.
I'm thinking.
Then take a base.
Okay.
Oh,
That's not looking great.
what the hell am I seeing on my screen right now?
Okay, rush mythic.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess I can catch this when they're done pushing.
Go midway first. Midway first. It's gonna crash
Okay,
earlier.
okay. You're right.
Look top here. Oh my god.
She's moving quick. I don't know if I can hit an ulti.
Actually, clear this way to try to see if you can look top lane here. Oh no, she's dead
Okay.
actually. Ooh, oh no, you might be dead. Ulti?
I might get one.
Oh, that's good. We actually burn
Yeah.
flash. Pingy flash.
Okay, well, it's not bad.
Not
Shouldn't
terrible.
have died. I shouldn't have gotten hit by the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Probably go first.
probably go first, yeah. Dude, she just wants to fight.
Yeah. It might work.
It might. Well, unless yeah,
no,
once
never
that
mind.
happens.
Wait, look at that! Look at that fight! Look at that fight! You can maybe do something here. No, you just take bot wave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna drop.
Fuck.
Oh, good. So you see two of the mids. We're gonna walk up and hard shove this next wave because we just
Okay.
saw Jin walk towards the top side of the minimap.
Yep.
So hard shove this in, and then we're gonna try to look at the mid.
Rotate mid, probably.
Mm-hmm. Actually, go back bot. Keep pushing bot.
Okay.
Because we see that 4 people are going to be at that Herald, and we can't really fight that, right? Like, we're nowhere near strong enough.
Right.
Just try to look there whenever you can, and try to see if you can get a rocket off. It doesn't look like it's
Yeah.
probable, but we can try.
No, no one's taking
just,
low.
just flip it for the turret.
Okay, cross them out.
Yeah. This is what it means to when you're behind, or even if you're ahead. Like, can you take that fight? Probably not. Even when you're ahead, it's like, is it worth like dedicating the resources to get there? Probably not. You get more value just off doing this consistent like way of getting gold.
Gotcha.
So now for top lane. So the only way they can come from is going to be right out of their base. So you're pretty much safe from getting flanked on. Keep pushing.
They're
Okay,
coming.
they're moving that run. No. It's time to go.
Yes.
You can like base an alcove, I think, instead of running all the way back.
I'm gonna hit it right here. Alcove's a good idea though. I don't think they're gonna check.
We pray that they don't.
Alright, boots.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
your dagger, and then the drink.
I should probably look here.
Yeah. Okay, go bot lane now, because it doesn't look like there's going to be a fight here, because Graves is 0 mana. We always want to path towards a lane that has farm for us, otherwise we're just going to be wasting time and wasting resources, right?
Right. So should I have just looked there and then path bot and like maybe turn if there was a fight?
I think you can like slightly rotate, so what you did was fine, right? Because like,
Okay.
look, and even now you're here, you literally missed nothing.
Yeah, I miss like
Careful,
one
we
creep.
gotta- Sure.
They're gonna pressure me for it though, so it's gonna be tough to get anyway.
Hard shove this wave, they're pretty much missing, so this means they're not gonna be here. They're probably looking towards like dragon setup. Play it safe for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, now walk up into the wave, because we're gonna believe that they're gonna full on commit to this. Yep.
Yeah, they are. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going.
Yep. Try that as fast as possible, and then see if you can pick up the crop in time before they come in and like take everything.
I'm trying to care.
Yeah, I took it.
Oh, crop. Okay, run towards mid here instead of going downwards towards blue.
Yeah.
Put your traps down. Cutting off that little pocket. Ooh, could have been better, but it's fine. Heal. Nice. Run. Just flash out, flash out, flash out, flash out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, who hit no? What the hell?
It was me. I hit no.
No, there was another one before you.
Oh, right.
I was gonna say, like, dude, we might as well hit yes, and I'll just fucking let you play another game. Because, like, this
Yeah.
game was fucked.
I mean, I didn't play that well either, but nobody else did their part, so.
It's all good.
That lane was tough. You were right, and I messed up level 1 too, so.
It's all good.
Alright, so. Could collect mid, but they're already headed there.
No, we go bot. We go bot.
Okay.
Unless there's a fight, we're gonna path towards mid a little bit.
I'm gonna
see what's
watch mid,
going on.
yeah.
That
I don't
was
think there's gonna be one.
just- We're using protocol to go over walls or some shit now. I don't know.
We're having fun.
I really need a
Careful, we're not gonna walk too far up here. We're gonna let
Yeah.
this crash in just a little bit towards us.
Pretty nervous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that's
a-
why. Or Nika. I don't really want to walk up because I think she might still be around.
You see 4 on the map.
I do now, yeah.
There,
Maybe this works.
maybe. Traps. Ulti. Yep.
Nice.
Go down bot wave.
Yeah.
They might do
Far
Baron here, but we
side.
literally can't do shit.
Any place to put Farsight?
Nope. Because they're all on top side and they're gonna do Baron. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Far perch this. We see 1, we see 2. We can probably base here. It's no point in risking it.
Yeah. I see 3.
Yep.
Still, though.
Probably go Famine Answer this game. Then go towards mid, because top's gonna be covered by Graves. Put drops down on the corridor. Yep. Don't understand how far back. Look at the fight. Ulti. Nice.
Okay.
Close. Look at the Fiora. Make sure you're playing front to back. Up.
Just don't do much damage.
Nope. You can play aggressive here, and you have traps up.
Yeah.
Nico's coming up. Care.
Yeah. This guy's gonna run at me.
You can walk up here. It's fine. Just hug towards the top side of the lane. If Yi ult goes on you, then you can just press E and your trap on yourself.
Okay.
Alright. Push in the next wave. And then that should give you enough for your Fan Dancer if you don't miss any CS.
Oops, missed one. Should I sell potion or wait? It's 10.
You can just wait 10.
Okay. You might want to flank. This might work.
Put traps down on the gym. Yep.
A little, not quite far enough.
All good.
Graves is doing like a weird top shove invade.
Yeah, I mean, you can pretty much just flip whatever gold you can get at this point. That's how you play the game when you're behind.
See if I can help this guy.
Yeah. That guy's gone.
Yeah. Alright.
Look at your mid wave. Yeah. You can just rocket on the back line. Oh. Okay, play for bot here, because that's the only place you have a turret left. We can't really defend the mid and because you have nothing defending us. They're gonna go for your top inhib now. We gotta try to defend that one. I think it's very possible though.
Yeah, they just gonna. Uh-oh.
Careful, don't play too aggressive here. Their only play now is literally just going to your bot lane. That's gonna be the next fight.
Okay.
Go to your base here while they're gonna push this out, and you can regen your mana to full. When you're in base, it's a lot faster just walking to it rather than just like actually just wait the 8 seconds of just basing.
Okay.
Go bot here, take the wave.
Come on. What's the worst that could happen?
Put traps and fucking run. Yep.
Might have to flash.
Nope, you're good. You're good. You're good. The only time you have to flash is if that legitimately was looking at gonna hit you.
Yep.
Okay, can't do anything here. Just literally just wait for your team.
Yeah. Alright, 3 inhibs down.
This is our comfort zone, bro. Try to auto when you can, because we can be focused on hitting the Nexus turrets. Make sure that we're kiting to the right when we do hit. Oh, I was unlucky. Hit the Fiora. Nope. Yep. Kite to the left, kite to the left, kite to the left. Oh. Huge.
Nice. Okay.
Get to your base, get to your base, get to your base. You need to regen fast, you need to regen fast. This wave means nothing. Get the BF sword. Yep. Look for an ulti on the Jhin. Up, hit the Nico.
Sage. Think it's over.
You can just try to fight here. Go to your right side and then try to like Gale Force auto someone. It's probably over. NT.
Yeah. It's alright. Okay, well that was rough.
Lots of things to learn from this game actually.
No, that's good. That's good. That's what we want.
So do this, stop watching, open up Twitch VODs. Alright. Can you see this?
Sure. Let me see. Yeah, I think so. Should I stop sharing mine?
Yeah, you can stop sharing yours now.
Okay. Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. So let's go from this basic level 1 concept, right? So what we're going to focus on is lane phase is very much decided on how, like how you said, right? Like you see people like permanently like stomp lanes in like high elo games.
Mm-hmm.
The first like 3 waves can pretty much tell you how good or bad a player is just simply off that. Because a good player can pretty much like get the max amount of value out of his lane, or he can find ways to just make sure that he neutralizes the entire of the bot lane entirely when he's in a bad matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So here, it's good that we gave a short leash. But the
I was
thing
still
is,
late and I still couldn't get the shove though.
correct. Because what we don't know is we don't know where the enemy ball is starting at. We never got any vision. So we're pretty
Right.
much taking this and we're flipping it. So either you're gonna have to give him a standard leash, or the only time you give him a light leash is whenever you have vision on the enemy bot lane.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna make that thing for you. So because like for all we know, if we give a light leash and their bot lane's actually just already in lane because they didn't have the leash and you start topside, because he's like, oh, I can't path to a lane with no priority, like that's enemy graves. There's no point in
Right.
taking up there. Which actually is what he did. He actually started topside.
Yeah, he did.
And so their bot lane could just absolutely do nothing, and you literally just not only fuck your jungler up, you also no longer have an advantage at all.
Mhm.
Okay, so starting off the lane, we immediately knew what our lose condition was, right? It was just try not to lane at the same place as Renata.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, but I'm right next to her.
yeah. And so something you should keep in mind when you're trying to look at early trades in lane as an AD carry is trading with the enemy support is almost never, ever, ever good.
Mhm.
Do you want to know why?
Tell me.
So the reason being, typically when they're enchanters like this, because obviously a melee support isn't going to walk up like this. But
Mhm.
when we're talking about like ranged champions, like let's say Azereth, Renata, Lulu, all the other ranged champions, they're typically going to go spell thieves, right? So
Yeah.
while you're autoing, what are you gaining out of this?
Nothing except for damage.
Yeah, you're
onto
getting like
them.
chip damage, right?
Yeah.
What are they gaining off this? They're getting the same
They're
thing,
getting gold.
but with
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay,
Like,
cool.
The only time this is like an actual really good trade for you is if like you and Seraphine are like on the complete same page here. Where
Yeah.
like when this is actually really troll by Renata, I'm not gonna lie. This is like almost lane losing by the Renata, but since like this is solo queue and like
Mhm.
around the same side, like if Seraphine like up here too, or like down
Mhm.
here, it's like such a free fucking angle. But
That
because
so I guess that's why I started autoing back, is because I thought that, I was gonna get maybe the Seraphine to walk up with me, but it was still a bad trade, you're right.
so another tip is you probably watch my stream a lot too when I'm playing like these unranked to challenge on the unranked challenger account. Every single move that I've made, or like 80% of them, has always been I let my support lead the lane. Because how
Mhm.
my support plays the lane allows me it tells me how I'm going to play the lane, right? Because they're the ones that dedicate or like dictate how balling goes, right?
Yeah.
That's like what my city carries now. So it's
Mhm.
like when I'm playing Tristana, I don't ever look for the engage on my own. I let my Alistar or whoever goes in first. In this
Gotcha.
case, if we're playing double enchanter, then it's whoever your enchanter tries to auto first, because like you have the correct idea. She's walking up. This is troll. Like Jin's back here in like fucking Narnia, and
Mhm.
this bitch is up here just trying to trade autos. If you two are up here, like I said, like it's like Triangle of Doom, and she's just dead.
Yeah.
But because Seraphine isn't the one starting it,
Mhm.
you're just the one that looks for it.
Yeah, and it ends up not being good.
So after wave here crashes, so like this is really bad, right? So we're kind of greeting just a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
really bad. Yeah.
It's not game losing, but like we're sacrificing like a potential slower shove for what? Like we use rocket form to like shove the wave out a little bit, right? It's not really
Right.
that great. Okay, so this is where we need to ping our Seraphine support because we know that we're gonna lose level 2. Like we can count these creeps. We obviously all know like once it's like one full wave and like 3 melee
Yeah,
creeps.
she
it's
shouldn't have
bad.
walked up, but I should have pinged her.
Mhm.
And then she gets hit by everything. Feels bad.
Yeah. At this point, by the way, whenever your support gets engaged on, you really actually I need to put that as the note too. So and then secondary is going to be yeah, when your support gets engaged on, typically like right here, it's fine, heal. Because
Okay.
as soon as they get CC'd on, and you like, if you were this Jin, you're like, I'm fucking killing this bitch, right? Like,
Yeah,
in
for
this
sure.
case, yeah. So you want to try to heal that first. So
Okay, so it's okay to burn heal there.
CC lands. Yeah, unless it's something like fucking level 2 Lucian, and this is like a Blitzcrank hook, then like
Yeah.
obviously healing does fuck all there. Like she's just one tapped. But like in
Yeah.
this case, like we get little value out of heal because well they already ignited, so there's
Yeah,
no
they're
point.
already ignited. Yeah. Okay.
So right here is another thing I'm gonna teach you is we know or we don't know because like if you aren't like noticing all the mini differences, then you won't realize that you started top. But because I realized that you started top because when their bot lane first came into lane,
Mhm.
let me show you actually how I knew this.
Yeah, I do try to track the jungler's first clear and where they start, but it wasn't obvious to me on this game. It was obvious that they either didn't leash or short leashed, But without vision, I wasn't sure.
You want to know how I know?
Yeah, tell me.
So this guy, we don't see his laner, right?
Right, so he's
we didn't
probably
see
rushing
our we didn't
top.
see our bot lane either, right? So they're both missing. So that doesn't like that tells us it's a maybe he started top side, right?
Yeah.
Full mana bar. Full mana bar.
Hmm.
That is honestly what gave it away. They could have fake leashed and they had to like really sell it. Like they had to actually like hit the red buff as like a fucking fake. But like
Yeah.
most people don't obviously think that far. And so that immediately tells me that like, oh, okay, as soon as this is like shown that, okay, I know for sure that this guy started top side.
Right, so we
And
have to look for a gank, or for getting ganked at like 3:30-ish.
Yeah, and that's what tells us where after this like bad trade happens, the entire like I don't know if you remember this, but I told you to ward the tribush here, right?
You did, yeah, you did. I was
And-
trying to farm wave too.
Yeah,
so-
you're trying to farm wave, but number one, you're pathing towards like the little corner of doom here when you're running away from them.
Mhm.
Because you're trying to keep the most amount of space, right? Like subconsciously, this is like where you think like, oh, they're coming this way. I also keep going this way because it's just equal spacing.
So should I not path towards that corner? Is that bad?
No, because ideally, when the wave is already crashing into you, like here, you're just running backwards straight, and
Got
you're in
it,
the middle of
okay.
the lane. And when I told you to ward through here, it was like when the wave is slowly crashing in, you're basically just gonna go up here, you ward the little tribush up here, and then that way you know that when you're getting dove, you have a slight plan of playing against it. But we'll see how that goes if they ever did dive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
that was
was
great.
really, really bad. So
Yeah, it was.
we are not constantly thinking about where the Renata is. Like we discussed our win con and lose con right before champion select, and that should have always been on our minds. Like Jin will never be the reason why we get caught, right? Because obviously the only time he like can catch us is if like we auto and then we stay and can't dodge W.
Yep.
This is like the harder ability to dodge is the Renata Q. So we need to keep that in mind that that's our lose condition. That's what we're gonna always be looking out for. Like it's the
Gotcha.
same concept as when what people don't realize is it's really, really easy to dodge Malphite ulti, right? When you have flash up. Do you want to know why?
Yeah. Because he walks at you.
Kind
And
of.
you know it's there. Like you
Yeah, because when you
there's
see
no
Malphite,
setup
that's the
either,
one
yeah.
thing you think about. Like you see Malphite and as an
Yeah.
HK, you're like, this motherfucker's gonna fucking like unstop
walk at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's a lot harder when it comes to just basic ass skill shots because they
Mhm.
don't seem as important, right? Because
Yeah.
they're not just a big fucking ultimate ability just crashing into us. But if we can rewire our brains and just be like, this is our lose condition. Like we talked about what our lose condition in lane was. Like if this was a blitzcrank, you wouldn't have walked up like this, right?
No, for sure not.
Because you're thinking about how like that's like the really insane ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So acknowledge lose con and always be aware of this. Okay, so we end up dying here. Okay, so we're here. The volume spacing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And so we can no longer have the opportunity to fast push because by the time we fast push, they're gonna be back in lane.
Yep.
Okay, so this is where things kind of start changing, okay? So when we see that our jungler is doing this weird wonky pathing, he has two options, right? Number one, he comes bot lane, tries to set up for a gank, right? And while we're slow pushing and
Right.
the wave's in the middle,
Mhm.
that will tell us to, okay, we leave wave like this and we are going to continue our slow push. But number two, what happens is when our jungler decides to go from plan A to plan B,
Right.
what does that tell us?
Well, it tells us he wants to fight, certainly, or is ready to run into somebody. But we should probably fast push the wave so we can rotate if needed.
Let's go. That's what I want to hear.
Correct,
Like it's
okay.
you just have to play for what your jungler wants to do in this case.
Yeah.
Because your
so,
jungler, huh?
Oh, not to interrupt, but I saw him. I saw him walking to the scuttle. I didn't see that it was taken there. I should have looked for that, but I thought he was just going to farm scuttle, and so that's why I didn't start considering that immediately. Thinking about my thought process there,
Yeah.
but you're right. Sorry to
Now,
interrupt.
we see Yi here. This is a really bad time for Echo to actually invade, simply because.
Yeah.
And another thing about like why we want to fast push here, because if shit goes fucking south like it is like right now, what ends up happening is, guess what? Their support's helping their jungler, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that means Jin's alone. So while this bad thing opportunity is happening, guess what happens if we don't fast push this right here, right now?
wave's gonna get stuck.
Yeah, it's gonna get frozen, right? But
Yeah.
while they're playing a 2v1 and you're playing a 2v1 here, guess what? Jin can't hold off this entire wave on his own. So if we just fast push about like 10 to 15 seconds ago while Echo was crashing in, we pretty much denied him the opportunity to get a freeze and like a game over.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was definitely my bad.
What the hell happened here?
I was trying to get the wave under and just got murdered.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a result of not fast pushing as well.
Yeah. I told you to hug. This is like kind of my thing because I told you to hug, or my fault because I told you to hug bottom side of lane because we know that you can just come around, right?
Yeah.
But we also forgot about the main lose condition, which is the hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
So better yet, we pretty much just stand like right around here, and then we're pretty much safe to do whatever we want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was ugly. I think we got out of that though. Yeah, and then the wave eventually got there, so
Yeah.
I had to burn flash though.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was stupid.
No
That was
lazy
really
basing. Lazy
stupid.
basing is very big sin. We don't do this ever again.
Yep.
So never lazy base. Okay, while I was here. Okay, so Echo's coming in here. I tell you to walk up as soon as like they see him. Almost really good if Renaud didn't push him out.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
He
Renaud
starts taking turret aggro too, I think.
Yeah, because Renaud pushed him into a turret, so that was really fucked up.
It was.
And after this, I think we end up dying here.
Yeah.
So how do we play this better, right? So how do we play this better? So
we'll switch. Okay, so I see him coming.
Yep,
I can't really touch the wave yet, but I can probably start hitting the wave and walking forward here.
So you could, yes. But the thing is, we know that Jin, if we click tab as soon as he comes back, which also this is a really good tip to have, actually. I'll put this down. After every base, both viewers and enemies, check their item updates. This is really, really helpful in the most common case where, like, when you think that the enemy bot lane is going to finish their mythic, because obviously, like, if the enemy has Gale Force, or you have Gale Force, and the other one doesn't, we know who's going to win, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it also happens here because we know if we click tab here that Jin rushed tier 2 boots. So the moment we see Echo here and that they like literally like looked at each other, we know that this gank is no longer ever going to work. Because this guy is fucking zooming. Like, this guy is fucking boots too, and he's fucking out of there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like, we're way too far. We don't have CC. This is why Seraphine sucks as a fucking support. And, like, there's no way that we're going to ever, like, get a really good landing here. Even if that, like, Echo gets a good stun here, Renata just presses W, right? And then, like, Echo's not 6, so he's going to kill one of you guys.
Not going to work, yep.
Yeah.
So should I just ping off there? And
yeah, you ping off here, and then you just literally just keep this wave shoving into you. And for the next, like, few seconds where Echo's still bot lane, like, they're not going to try to pressure you too much.
Gotcha.
But instead, they kind of capitalize on this. We end up dying. We lose a really big wave. And at this point, like, I spam FF.
Right. Yeah, no. Lane's over for sure.
Yeah. But you did well. You did well. After this, you actually did really well. Because from here, you didn't really die much afterwards. Only, like, 2 more extra deaths. And you actually just came back and farmed for a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, playing from behind, I think I'm decent at it. Like in situations like this, like I can stop chain dying and just like go get safe farm.
Yeah.
Still tough.
One thing you need to focus on when you're trying to like safe farm though that you make a mistake about is you are willing to use your Q ability, which is an AoE on Jinx. But since you say you also play Jinx Kai'Sa's even worse, right? Because Jinx at least is like maybe like 1 or 2 creeps on the side that get fucking popped. Kai'Sa is fucking everywhere.
Right.
Because her Q spread.
Gotcha.
And then this is what I mean by I'm talking about like warding. So when you want to ward camps like this, especially like the blue buff camps, it works for both like here and here. You want to ward right here because this gets you vision of blue and gets you vision of Gromp.
Okay, cool. So usually I a lot of times put a control ward in like this brush hugging the wall here on the south side. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Is that a safe spot or should I instead ward in that spot?
So we're gonna talk about like this, just like pink warding in general, right? We're not talking about like anything relevant to this game, okay? So in pink warding in general, this is a very standard ward. However, you need to think about how did the enemy jungler want to dive you, right? Because like
Yeah.
let's say it's like Master Yi. Does he have a dash over wall or a port?
No.
So
Well, he can queue over walls, but only onto a target. So
yes. So for the most part, he can.
no.
So
Yes.
this ward is a good time to ping versus a Yi. But let's
Mhm.
say you're playing versus fucking Graves. Does he have a dash over wall?
Yeah, he does. So he can just
he can
hop
just
right
instead
over.
of going like around the river and trying to set up a gank like this, what if this guy is actually someone has like a brain cell and he just does like this? He just
Yeah.
dashes
So
over.
I should ward tribush instead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna teach you another tip for the tribush ward is when you are warding the tribush, when you click on your trinket or you click on the ward and like you see the icon, if you hold your cursor, it's gonna show a single circle. And when it's a
Mhm.
single circle, that means that it's not in a bush. I'll
Right,
show you in
right,
practice tool.
right.
And then when it shows a double circle, it means it's in the bush.
Gotcha.
So what you want to do is you want to put it right here because this little in this like corner specifically, it can see over the wall a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because line of vision stuff.
That's fine. Nothing too important. Yeah, in this case, like it was fine to also ward like here because obviously he's not looking for a dive, right? He's looking for literally just clear these two jungle camps because he's knows.
Yeah, most likely. Most likely.
Okay.
So yeah, in that fight you told me to blast over the wall. So I
Ideally,
did.
in
We
this
almost
fight,
got him.
what I wanted instead originally is when you saw that their ball started moving up here, and you know that your echo's coming down here, you're pretty much safe to just follow them and try to choke them off, right? Because
Mhm.
while I always preach about think about what the enemy wants to do, you need to also sometimes think about what your team wants to do. Like, how does your team get this gank up? How do echo ganks work? What ability does he start off with?
Well, he leads by putting a W down,
Mhm.
and then
So he
he'll
cuts
tumble
off
in. Yeah.
this circle, right?
Yep.
So when that happens, what ends up happening is when he cuts off this circle, and you're Jinx, and you walk behind them, and you cut off this little like ridge with your traps, what
They have
happens
to
then?
funnel.
You're
They have to funnel.
funneling in. Yeah.
So I should have walked up. That's probably true.
Yeah. And so when you walk up
They were
here,
just so much stronger than me that I didn't want to like face check them too soon and just get blown up.
Mhm.
Well, before Echo could get there.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty troll ult from Seraphine.
and pretty much right here, like this is a very like you're playing this very, very safe. I understand that because like obviously you're really scared of the damage. But like if you came here sooner, and even if you did blast plant, you can maybe like cut off traps here, and they have to go all the way around, and that still works.
Yeah, it would be really, really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just miss. We're too late. We still almost get it, but we're too late. And then
Yeah.
he like lingers trying to clear a ward, which is
Yeah,
really
that's his
stupid.
fault.
Yeah.
So he does that. You do this. Don't be too greedy with your summoner spells. Like
Mhm.
if you like healed Echo here, maybe would have been a little bit better because then
True.
Jin ulti sooner, and then it's like less likely for shit to happen.
Gotcha.
And like here, you need to take note of because you probably weren't looking at this, but as soon as he finishes off this mid turret, I see him moving towards your bot jungle, right?
Yeah, so he's looking for me to stay.
Because like most people, 9 out of 10 times, if they like weren't minimap watchers, like they would just be okay, Jin ult, okay, now what? Looking at
I was
the
gonna
wave.
stay and collect the wave probably because I had summoners.
Summoners don't do shit versus Renata Yi.
No, not really.
Okay, crash in here. So this is really bad, right? So this is another example of we're not pressing tab as soon as he comes back from base, right? So if this guy had Gale Force, this guy is like gonna fuck you and your mom like immediately, like instantaneously. He just like walks like here, autos you, and like if you try to flash anything like that, just Gale Force, and then you're just 100% dead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna talk about like trap usage, okay? So trapping is very, very important. This is why like Caitlyn has like a really easy like seal 4 because she's long range, really hard for traps.
Right.
Like Jinx is kind of the same way, except it's easier because you place like 3 in a row. When you place these 3 in a row, you need to think about how are they going to be useful to you. Notice how throughout the entire game I kept telling you to like, oh, trap the corridor, trap the hallway.
Yeah.
That was to tell you to like how to like get the most out of your traps because like when a lane is like this, right? And you trap here, they can't walk up, right? Or anyone who's like over here, they can't walk back.
Yeah, they just can't.
So when Jin is like this, and we see that his movement is pathing towards the bot here, and he gets through this little fucking space, what we could do better is instead we trap like this.
Right.
And
So he
so-
just can't walk that way at all.
Yeah. Because most people, when they see Jhin like this, instead of even remotely doing what you did, like they'll do something even worse, or they'll just fucking like trap like right in the middle, and like now it's just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. Yeah, he just walks right around it.
So just keep in mind like how do you get the max amount of value out of your abilities.
Gotcha.
Okay, so here. So this is gonna be a bit of a flip because like yes, this was a pretty good ulti. Unfortunately, we didn't use it in time. But
Yeah.
in this situation where like we're walking into like the fucking cone of doom here, like
Yeah.
yes, it seems like Jin's pretty much just firing only at your team, right?
Mhm.
But if I'm this Jhin and I'm playing like a standard AD carry and I have like full vision of the enemy of like this fight,
Yeah.
you are fucking on my radar the most. Because
Right.
I understand that you are that low HP and you're still walking in my circle, you're 100% not looking at if I fucking take a shot at you.
Yeah. That was pretty dangerous to do.
Yeah.
I pretty much got cut off from that, like ulting was the only thing I could do there.
Yeah. This was a fucking fucked fight anyways.
Yeah.
But like, this is actually another good point. So like if this fight actually did end up going a little bit further, then like when I say trap corridor, you trap the entire thing here. You don't
Yep.
like throw traps like here. You don't
On
throw
the
traps
corner.
like here. You fucking just wall this entire thing off so they can't walk in.
Gotcha.
And so here we can't go bot anymore, right? Because if we look, there is 2 coming down here. They
Yeah,
might do the
there's-
dragon, but they're gonna go bot in anyways because these guys are dumb.
They're gonna
And
murder
then
me. Yeah.
There's 1 versus 1 here, so that's better for you.
Mhm.
So we're gonna look at best places to pick up safe farm. Ask yourself, can you fight/survive against next person in front of you? Let's see here. Oh, we just weren't thinking. We were just looking top lane, and then this guy shows up.
I got hit by this, which was pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Not what you can really think about it here. Luckily, she walked in the traps, but and this guy got flash, but it's fine.
We made the best out of it.
So we're gonna add that also into the thing is look at fight before moving. We don't move and then look at the fight. We look at the fight and then we move, right? That's like the key.
Got
rule.
it.
So
Okay.
So this is decision making, right? This is what we want to focus on. It's like team fighting is where do we want to be? So it's kind of like let's say the map is the entire game is fresh, right? Let's say you're playing a competitive game. The map is fresh, nothing has happened yet, but your team has Kale mid, like so I can it's like let's say you have like Kale mid and you have like Camille top and you have fucking Graves jungle and your Jinx, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that enemy team has Lucian Nami bot lane. Fucking let's go with Echo mid.
Yeah,
and they have like Nido, like Lee Sin jungle.
We're weak side big time.
It's not the fact that you're weak side or strong side, right? That's not the important thing here. The important thing here is if you analyze your comp, it's like it's very, very late game security, right? Like you don't need to flip
Right.
early game fights.
Mhm.
So when it comes to the decision of, all right, guys, do we want to try to fight first dragon if the enemy team wants to fight it, or do we want to just keep on fucking farming?
The answer is always going to be farming in that situation.
Correct. And that's a lot more obvious, right? Because we're thinking about this team comp and just like, obviously when you think of Kale, you think of, all right, just scale, hit level 16. Now we just downgraded a level where it's like, just think about basic items. Let's think about like it's the same comp as you see here, like everyone's the same here. But what ends up changing is you don't have, let's say you don't have Gale Force. Let's say you just have the components, you don't have Gale Force. Your mid has Mythic, your jungle has Mythic, your support doesn't have Mythic. But let's say their mid, jungle, AD, and support have Mythic. Do we want to rotate and try to take a fight?
No way. No way.
So we're just gonna give that objective up and take this farm, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you decide whether you're gonna roam or not.
Gotcha.
But let's say
and that bot wave's in a nice place for me to farm it too, so
Mhm.
that'll definitely be on my radar.
And just to go through the entire whole concept of it is like, let's say that we are ahead, right? Like we're ahead. Like we have like our Mythic, our mid jungle has Mythic, our support has Mythic. Let's say that it's the opposite. Like their Jhin and their bot lane doesn't have Mythic, but they still won lane, but their mid jungle still have Mythic. Do we fight this? Well, it looks like they have a lead because they won lane, right?
Is the wave in the same place, bot lane? Because I'd be tempted to still farm.
It's still in the same place.
Yeah. I would be tempted to take the wave anyway, unless like maybe I should roam because it looks like mid, jungle, and support are all moving mid, so I might look to get some kills.
Yeah, and we need that to come back into the game, right? We're gonna use every
Yeah.
advantage you can because gold is only as useful as how much you spent it, right? So let's think like, okay, we do have the mythic because we took the first base, but Jin is sitting on 2k gold and the herald spawning.
Oh, we can
We
kill him for
want to
sure.
take that time to literally take this one play while this Jin hasn't spent his money yet.
Yeah.
Because once he spends the money, it's game over.
Right. And also, if I just leave the wave right there instead of last hitting it, it'll be on our side of the map, so I could come back and farm it after the fight. But yeah, this is when we started cross mapping, which was a good idea for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think that there was any other option really.
Yeah, this is how you catch back up and farm. Because while Jin is sharing farm with like his mid, jungle, and support, and even EXP, you're literally getting so much solo farm just doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see you guys coming down here. So then we
Yep,
focus
time
on
to
the
leave.
hills. So this is really, really bad that we like try to lazy base here, which like we need to get out of the habit of. If we're gonna lazy base, we have to lazy base in a creative way, right? Which is why I told you to go to fucking like alcove. No one checks this place until like the last like second.
It's
Like,
true, yeah.
The Jin, if he's like wants to speed run here, he can
He
just
can
like
just W.
yeah, he just goes here, whatever the fuck, and then try to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna talk about decision making here, right? So mid wave or mid lane is probably one of our safest places, right? Because can we fight them bot lane?
No, definitely not.
No. So why don't we go bot lane instead of going mid?
Well, mid's all the way shoved, so I would just show up and have nothing to do.
Perfect. That's all you
bot
need to
lane,
know.
okay, cool.
Yeah, because like again, the main concept is look for an open lane that you can farm.
Yeah, and like the idea here would be to avoid getting engaged under turret, but like also trying to pick up at least experience. So
perfect. Push this in.
They let me have a couple waves, which is nice.
Yeah, and this is what I mean by we gotta get used to our traps, right? So like we know that he's gonna keep on going here.
That was a bad trap. Yeah.
Because now like this guy is just kind of on our fucking asses.
Yep. Now he just gets to run at us.
At this point, game's just over because they're just gonna run through you guys like every single other point of the way.
Yep.
So
I agree.
We're gonna focus on homework wise. This is what I have for you so far.
Okay.
Homework. Lane phase. We need to focus on letting support lead. Letting support lead. This is gonna be for trades, for all in, for everything. Because if your support isn't like comfortable making aggressive plays, then you cannot force them to be aggressive. Because the more you force them, the worse it's gonna fucking be. Like I've seen a really passive Thresh player, and I've been pissed as fuck, and I wanted to engage, and he ends up flash missing his flay and then whipping the hook to Narnia.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
They just can't play it that way. Yeah.
Our second thing that we're gonna focus on is we need to learn how to heal like as soon as CC hits. So like heal as soon. You don't have to write this down, by the way. I'm like writing it for you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And then the last thing, because we're gonna focus on lane, because that's what we really need to fix on, right? Because we never want to be in this situation ever again.
Yeah, we lost lane immediately, so
we need to perfect acknowledge lose con, aka the main CC. We need to look out for. That's gonna be your 3 homework like tips you need to focus on, because if we can play the first 5 minutes like immaculately, there's almost like no way that their bot lane ever gets that ahead. And then if we get that ahead, because we're playing obviously Jinx, who outscales to Jin, we have Seraphine, who I don't know if she outscales Renata, probably not, but the point is like we can only control our own mouse and keyboard. So the faster that and more consistently like we can either go like win lane or go even, the higher chance that we're gonna have more impact throughout the rest of the game, and we won't end up in these situations. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns?
No, I learned a lot, and we kind of salvaged that game for what it was, and it wasn't really a winnable one, but I think we learned a lot anyway.
All right, so you were the person that wanted the once every 2 weeks, right? Because you're like speeding up.
Yeah,
the
if
process.
possible. If
All right,
possible.
so this is really good then. So we're gonna focus. Like I'm gonna teach you how to climb as fast as humanly possible. Because if you're gonna be my special student, I'm gonna teach once every 2 weeks. We're gonna
Okay.
heavily focus on lane phase. So next time, rather than what's we call it, doing a live coaching session, we are going to do just a simple VOD review, and I want to make sure that your laning is going to be like almost immaculate.
Okay.
Actually, we might do a live one just so I can see like you just play it, and I just won't tell you what to do. And I'll charge the same as like a regular VOD review.
Sounds good. Okay, that works for me. I was gonna ask what kind of VOD you wanted me to prepare, but if we're just gonna do another live, that works.
Yeah, we'll just do another live where like I'm just watching and I don't tell you what to do, and then like we'll just see how much better you play from there.
That sounds good. Yeah, I have a lot to work on. Please send me the notes, and
Yeah.
we'll get
It's right
started.
there in DMs. So
Nice.
let me know.
All right, cool. Thank you so much.
GG's, bro. Peace.
GG. Later.